And moving right along, Democrats fear losing power in the government, in the House specifically. Party leaders are pushing to fucking change up the message because people are walking the fuck away and they're voting fucking Republican. Even here in Dover, Stratford County, New Hampshire, voters that are primarily Democrat have been switching their registration to Republican. And I'm not sure Republican is much better. I mean, depending on the Republican, Ron DeSantis is fucking loads better. But you get what I'm saying. Both parties belong to the same bird. Like you get McConnell and a bunch of establishment trash that push the same garbage just at a slower pace, and it's hard to like. I don't partake to a specific party. I listen to an individual politician, and sometimes I like what they say, and sometimes I don't like what they say. With Biden, it's sometimes I don't like what he says, and sometimes I can't understand what he's saying, and that's probably a bit worse. But it is what it is. Let's get into this last article. Ignore us at your peril. Democrats fear losing House as party leaders push to sharpen message. House Democrats in some of the most competitive districts are growing increasingly anxious about their ability to hold on to their seats, while party leaders warning that they could sustain deep losses if they don't sharpen their message and retool their strategy in a battle for control of the chamber in next year's midterms. I think it's too late for that ship to sail. I don't think you have a huge mess to unfuck in order to unfuck that, and I'm not sure there's enough time to even get that by the midterms, but we'll see. The concerns voiced by several moderate Democrats in swing districts centered on fears that their economic message and some of their party's biggest accomplishments, like an expanded child tax credit, have not broken through. And the sharp warning some endangered Democrats are delivering to their leaders, they are not willing to take messaging votes to hot-button issues with the chance of becoming law, a dynamic that was on full display as moderate Democrats revolted against the plan to extend the federal eviction moratorium through the end of the year or mid-fall before it expired last weekend. You got to stop pushing shitty policies. Your message, like how you deliver your message, is not the problem. Your problem is your message. You need a completely new fucking message.
That's how winning is done.
A completely new fucking message. And the sharp warning some endangered Democrats have delivered to their leaders. Oh, we already read that. There is a lot of anxiety, said one vulnerable House Democrat. I think that's why there's such a negative reaction to the eviction moratorium. No, there's such a negative action to the eviction moratorium because the government does not have the right to quarter motherfuckers in my home. If that person can't pay for himself, that person has a motherfucking problem, and that person got to face the consequences of that motherfucking problem. And if you're the ones that created that motherfucking problem, you should face trial, justice, and or prison time, depending, for that motherfucking problem, and you never fucking do. And that is the fucking problem.
You suck!
Rep. Susan Wild, a Democrat who represents a swing district in Pennsylvania, said voters feel like her party is delivering for them. I think in many ways we are letting our results speak for themselves, Wild said, but she added, now obviously we need to talk to those results so that people don't forget them. This is the stark assessment delivering last week to vulnerable Democrats as a closed-door meeting with senior officials of the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee, the caucus math campaign arm. Your results are not speaking for themselves. If your results were speaking for themselves, you wouldn't be having this this bad message, and you wouldn't be telling people to address the message because your results would be speaking for themselves and the message would be irrelevant. Just critical thought that. Tear that little piece of retardedness apart right there. Rep. Sean Patrick Maloney, a New York Democrat who chairs the DCCC, discussed new polling of 1,000 likely 2022 voters in more than 48 battleground districts and areas, and Maloney told his colleagues if the election were held today, we would lose, according to the multiple sources and confirmed by the DCCC. The message intended to give their most vulnerable Democrats a wake-up call as they return home for a 7-week recess was also meant to give their members a clear sense that they can hang on to their seats if they emphasize a message they believe will break through to the voters. Yeah. So now you're just trying to cater to voters to get votes?
Winning? No. You suck!
Isn't that supposed to be the fucking job? It's not about the message. It's about your platform. Your platform you shouldn't deliver a message to get voters. You should deliver a platform that voters can support.
That's how winning is done.
And right now, the left's platform can't be supported because it's unsustainable, racist, authoritarian, sexist, bigoted garbage. We are not afraid of these polling numbers, Tim, to take a page from their book. We are not afraid of these polling numbers. Tim Persiclo, the DCCC executive director, told CNN on Tuesday they are not gloom and doom. They show a clear pathway to keeping the House, and we have to be very clear about what the numbers say. We have incredible strengths. The Republicans have incredible weaknesses. You got that backwards, actually. Persico added, we need to be more focused on what we are talking about and how we are talking about it. It's not a question of alteration. It's a question of emphasis. No, it's a question of alteration. You keep emphasizing different things in your message, and it doesn't change the fact that people don't like your message. They don't like the Green New Deal. They don't like ending artificially fucking limiting oil usage, etc. They don't like these things. They like promoting renewable resources, but not at the expense of working resources until the renewable resources are already in play. That is what they don't like. It's not emphasis. You need to alter your agenda. People don't like your globalist, leftist, authoritarian trash. And they never will. You can change and emphasize any part of your message you want. People are still going to tell you to fuck right off. They don't give a fuck about your fucking authoritarian woke garbage. They want to be free. They want to be able to make money. They want to be able to take care of their children. They want to be able to provide families. And they want to have a fucking comfortable lifestyle. Beyond that, they don't give no fucks. No fucks at all. They don't care about fucking changing white people to black people in fucking movies. They actually prefer that you don't damage stories that are already fucking made and you make your own fucking stories using new characters, but don't focus on trivial matters and make the fucking story have a story that people can relate to just with the fucking diverse character. That's what people fucking want. They don't want your woke garbage. And you've gone so fucking far left with the woke garbage. You're making the left look like a big titty supermodel licking people's balls, bro.
You suck!
And there's no fucking... There's no fucking doubt in my mind. That's why 90% of men, or most men, I don't know what the fucking number is, but a majority of men vote on towards the right. Because you make the right look like a big titty supermodel licking their motherfucking balls. You're going to have to alter your message. You need a new motherfucking message, or you're going to lose power for fucking decades. I'm just fucking saying. Thank you for checking out this clip of my Thought of the Day podcast. You can catch this podcast every Tuesday through Friday at that'sonpoint.info by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's how winning is done. New clips go out daily, and we can't do this without you, so we appreciate your support. With that being said, consider joining for $5 a month. And you get early access to the uncensored version of this, early access to our weekly That's On Point podcast, and access to exclusive content only for members. All the money that we receive is going to go funnel back into this to hire more journalists and do more things for you guys, because that's how winning is done. It really is. We got a merch store and stuff. You can help there, and if you can't help via money, you can always just leave a comment, and share this out there, because that helps us more than you can immensely know. That's the best way to help. Just leave a comment, and share. And if you're listening to us, leave a review. Leave a good review. Help us boost us in the podcast ratings and get us up there, because that's how winning is done. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.